In a remote village in Japan, an old mansion stood abandoned. Under the dim moonlight, the house radiated a deep sorrow. This is where the tale of Okiku begins, a woman whose life turned into legend, remembered through whispers and ghostly stories. Okiku was a loyal servant in the house of a respected samurai. Every night, she carefully tended to a set of porcelain dishes passed down through generations. The delicate blue patterns shimmered under the lantern's glow as she gently wiped each dish with reverence, unaware of the fate that awaited her. The silence of the night was broken by the heavy footsteps of Aoyama, a wealthy and powerful samurai. He stepped into the room, his presence casting a shadow over Okiku. His eyes gleamed with a desire for something more than just service. Aoyama extended his hand, demanding Okiku surrender the porcelain dish, but she refused. Trembling, she clutched the dish tightly to her chest. "Master, this is not mine to give," she whispered, her voice shaking with fear. Aoyama's patience snapped. With a swift motion, he struck out. Okiku gasped as the dish slipped from her hands. Time seemed to slow as it fell, spinning through the air before shattering against the wooden floor. A deafening silence followed, broken only by Okiku's ragged breaths. Okiku knelt, tears streaming down her face as she gathered the broken shards. Her hands trembled as she traced the delicate fragments, her heart breaking alongside them. But Aoyama stood unmoved, his gaze cold and unforgiving. Blinded by fury, Aoyama ordered Okiku's punishment. She was bound and thrown into the old stone well. As she fell, her terrified screams echoed into the night, quickly swallowed by the darkness and the chilling silence of the water below. In the nights that followed, whispers began to rise from the abandoned well. Soft, eerie counting filled the air. 1, 2, 3, accompanied by the faint sound of weeping. Villagers spoke of a ghostly figure hovering above the well, her long black hair swaying like shadows in the wind. Aoyama, once proud and fearless, now found himself plagued by terror. He stood near the well, a lantern trembling in his grip. The whispers grew louder. 6, 7, 8. His breath quickened as he realized the numbers were counting up to something or someone. Suddenly, ghostly hands emerged from the well, stretching toward Aoyama. He stumbled back in horror as a pale, translucent figure rose from the depths. Okiku's vengeful spirit loomed before him, her hollow eyes glowing with cold, unrelenting wrath. Aoyama collapsed, his face twisted in terror. Okiku's ghost stood over him, her form flickering between reality and nightmare. The air grew still, the weight of vengeance finally settling. The well, once a place of torment, had now become her eternal domain. The well remained silent once more, yet the village never forgot. It is said that if you stand near the well on a moonlit night, you can still hear Okiku's voice counting 1, 2, 3, 9, forever searching for something lost to time.